Your blind date didn't show up either. The champagne flute trembled in Victoria, Chen's hand as she checked her phone for the 14th time. The restaurant's golden lighting cast shadows across the empty chair opposite her, mocking her with its vacancy. She was Victoria Chen, CEO of Chen Industries, Forbes' youngest self-made female billionaire, a woman who commanded boardrooms and closed billion-dollar deals before breakfast. Yet here she sat, stood up on a blind date like a nervous teenager. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this story of unexpected love, please hit that like button, share this video, drop a comment, and subscribe to Trillionaire in Love for more heartwarming stories. Victoria was reaching for her purse when a soft voice interrupted. Your blind date didn't show up either. She looked up to find a man with kind brown eyes and a gentle smile, holding a single rose clearly meant for someone else. I'm Daniel Morrison. I've been sitting over there for 45 minutes, watching the door like a fool. My sister set me up with her colleague, who apparently thinks showing up is optional. Despite herself, Victoria laughed. Victoria Chen. My assistant convinced me to try an exclusive dating service. I should have known better. Mind if I join you in mutual rejection? Daniel asked. I'd rather not eat alone while pretending my phone is fascinating. Victoria nodded toward the empty chair, surprised by her own willingness. As Daniel settled in, she noticed his worn watch and frayed shirt cuff. This wasn't a man from her usual circles, and somehow that felt refreshing. So what does a successful woman like you need with blind dates? Daniel asked after they'd ordered. The men who pursue me usually want Chen Industries connections. Not me, Victoria said, her defenses lowering. When they realize I work 80-hour weeks, they disappear faster than tonight's no-show. Their loss, Daniel said simply. And you? Victoria deflected. Daniel's expression softened. Single dad to 6-year-old Emma. My wife passed 3 years ago from cancer. My sister thinks it's time I move forward. Emma keeps asking why she only has one parent. He said it without self-pity. Just honesty. Victoria's heart constricted. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Emma helps. She's my reason for everything. She's obsessed with butterflies right now. Did you know monarch butterflies migrate 3,000 miles? She tells me 7 times daily. They talked through dinner, coffee, and the restaurant's closing hints. Victoria learned Daniel was an architect specializing in sustainable housing, that he coached Emma's soccer team, despite knowing nothing about soccer. Daniel learned Victoria had built her empire from a college dorm startup, that she binge-watched cooking shows despite never cooking, that beneath the CEO exterior was someone who just wanted to be seen. When they finally left, Daniel walked Victoria to her Tesla. This was the best blind date I've never been on, Victoria admitted. Would you like to do it again? Not a blind date, I mean. Daniel looked nervous, vulnerable. Victoria hesitated, seeing the complications ahead. Daniel, I don't think... Just think about it, he interrupted gently, handing her his card. No pressure. Over the following weeks, they fell into an easy rhythm. Coffee dates between meetings, park walks where she met Emma, a whirlwind of energy who immediately captured Victoria's heart. For the first time ever, Victoria left the office at reasonable hours, protecting her time with them like precious gold. But keeping their worlds separate proved impossible. A photo of them appeared in a gossip blog. Chen Industries CEO's mystery man, fortune hunter or real deal? Daniel saw it first. Is this what your life is like? He asked tensely when they met at her penthouse. Sometimes, Victoria admitted. I should have prepared you. I don't care about gossip, Daniel said, frustrated. But Emma saw this. She asked if the internet was right, if I'm only dating you for money. Having my 6-year-old question my integrity, his voice cracked. I know you're not, Victoria started. Do you? Because your assistant called yesterday, asking about my finances and employment history like I was applying for a job. Not dating her boss. Victoria felt her blood run cold. She did what? Maybe everyone's right. Maybe this is crazy. I can't give Emma the life you're used to, let alone you. Don't you dare, Victoria said fiercely. Don't let other people's opinions dictate what we have. Yes, I have money and a public profile, but none of that matters when I'm with you and Emma. You make me laugh. You make me want to leave work early. If you're walking away, do it because you don't want this, not because you're scared. I'm terrified, Daniel admitted. Not of your success. I'm terrified you'll realize you could have someone from your world who understands your life, who doesn't have a 6-year-old and a 2-bedroom apartment. Victoria took his hands. I spent 10 years surrounding myself with people from my world. They see Victoria Chen, CEO. You see Victoria. Just Victoria. That's worth more than any empire. But Victoria's words couldn't shield them from reality. Her board expressed concerns. Investors whispered about distractions. Photographers appeared at Emma's school gates, and parents complained about the media attention. I can't do this to her, Daniel said one night in Victoria's office. She's getting bullied because of photographers and gossip. She's 6 years old. She should worry about butterflies, not paparazzi. We can fix this, Victoria insisted desperately. I'll hire security, talk to the school. You're talking about hiring security for a first grader, Daniel said sadly. This isn't the life I want for Emma. So what are you saying? I'm saying I love you, Daniel said, making Victoria's heart soar, then crash. But I love my daughter more. I have to protect her, even from this. Victoria saw the impossible choice in his face and knew. I understand, she whispered. 3 months passed. Victoria returned to work with a vengeance. More successful and more miserable than ever. Headlines called her the Ice Queen CEO returns to form. Then Emma changed everything. Victoria was leaving her building one evening when she heard, Miss Victoria. Emma ran toward her, Daniel trailing behind, looking apologetic. Emma threw her arms around Victoria's legs. I miss you. Why don't you visit anymore? Did I do something wrong? Victoria knelt down. Oh, sweetheart, no. You didn't do anything wrong. Then why? Daddy's sad all the time. He pretends he's not, but I hear him at night. I'm sad too. You made Daddy smile again. Daniel gently took Emma's hand. I'm sorry. She saw you and bolted. Emma, we talked about this. You and Miss Victoria should get married, Emma announced with absolute certainty. Then you'd both stop being sad. My teacher says families come in all types, so we can be the type where the mom is a billionaire. Victoria and Daniel locked eyes over Emma's head. Emma, honey, Daniel said gently, it's not that simple. Why does it have to be complicated? You love her, right, Daddy? I heard you tell Aunt Sarah. And Miss Victoria. You love Daddy and maybe me a little? Victoria's tears flowed. More than a little bit, Emma. So much more. Then that's all that matters. Everything else is just logistics. Victoria looked at Daniel. She's right. I've spent 3 months proving I could succeed without you. I closed billion-dollar deals and was miserable every second. Success means nothing without people you love. I can't promise dating me will be easy. There'll be photographers and gossip. But I promise to love you and Emma with everything I have. To show up for soccer games and school plays. To fight for us harder than any business deal. Daniel smiled, that genuine smile from their first meeting. I've been miserable too. I thought I was protecting Emma, but I was just scared. Scared I wasn't enough for you. But Emma's right. I love you, Victoria Chen. I love your ambition, your intelligence, how you cry at cooking shows. I love all of it. So we're doing this? Victoria asked. For real, Daniel confirmed. Does this mean you can come to my butterfly presentation next week? Emma cheered. Victoria laughed through tears. I wouldn't miss it for the world. 2 years later, Victoria stood in that same restaurant, now rented for a private celebration. Daniel had proposed with his grandmother's simple ring and a promise to always see her as just Victoria. Emma had been their flower girl. Tonight they celebrated the Morrison Chen Foundation launch, combining Daniel's architecture with Victoria's resources to provide sustainable housing for grieving families. Your blind date didn't show up either, Victoria whispered to Daniel as Emma taught investors about butterflies. Daniel smiled, pulling her close. Best thing that ever happened to me. Sometimes the greatest love stories start with 2 people who got stood up, who came from different worlds, who had every reason not to work but chose to try anyway, because real love is worth fighting for, no matter the complications. If this story touched your heart, please hit like and share this video. Drop a comment about a time love surprised you. Subscribe to Trillionaire in Love for more inspiring stories. Your perfect match might be waiting in the most unexpected place. Thank you for watching.